today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Josh Lambo.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out come the Jaguars, and it's Gardner Minshew, their second-year quarterback, leading the way.
I know that people like him, and he's kind of a phenomenon in the league as Gardner Minshew. But I'm not sure he gets enough credit for how well he plays the game of football at the quarterback spot. Remember, he was a 6th-round pick, and a surprise 6th-round pick at that. More than held his own as a rookie after Nick Foles' broken clavicle. Forced him onto the field in the second quarter of Week 1. The Jaguars went 6-6 with him as a starter in 12 opportunities. Now they've got a chance to continue to progress and move forward with Gardner Minshew leading their team.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First down.
Defense gets up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun is Minshew. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
It's second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they're not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
At the 23.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
7-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 30.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
1st down, Jaguars.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And able to find Conley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle for loss to Harold Landry. Now on 2nd and 13. Minshew. Caught here by Conley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st down, it's Thompson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Thompson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Josh Lambo to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 10. Now it's Tannehill trying to lay one up deep. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He's got Smith here. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 35-yard line.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And Eifert has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Jaguar.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Minshew with a give to Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second and 9 from the 44. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Tannehill. The open man is Smith. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
A
Busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. From the gun, here's Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd down.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
It's good for a Tennessee Titan.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go, clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
15-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Tannehill. And he's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have taken the lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with Thompson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 30. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Leonard Fournette. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Complete to DJ Chark.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Fournette, a first down carry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He was brought down.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette.
Josh Lambo to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
An 8-yard loss on the play.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Here's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he completes it to Westbrook. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards.
Not sure much more could have been done there defensively. One up with him. Tried to knock it away. Tried to get an arm in. Unsuccessfully.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Fournette. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
At their own 20-yard
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And that's caught by Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
For a Tennessee Titans.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. It's caught. Humphreys. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Greg Joseph on for the Titans. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. With 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes. You don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Jaguars again ready to take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You're almost talking me into it.
He's going to go deep for Conley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And bulldozing his way through. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get. And you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
So we now proceed to the start of the 2nd half.
The score, Titans 20, Jaguars.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Right at midfield. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now his shot into coverage downfield is complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. They'll run on first down. Thompson able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
He's got Thompson here, complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 4th down, Minshew, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab, and the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Josh Lambeau to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now Ryan Tannehill becomes a focus of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. A gain of 3, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
Josh Lambeau.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Tannehill. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. 3rd down here.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Goes underneath for Henry. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Westbrook now on the return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Gardner Minshew and the Jags ready to go on offense once again. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Minshew got his man. It's Eifert. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
17 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 38, Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And able to find Conley. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Jaguars.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. With no gain on the play, it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 23
on 2nd down, Minshew. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talking about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, 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 and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now. All the work he's getting.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here again comes Gardner Minshew. He's just looking to keep this thing going. They were down at halftime. Now they've got a cushion on the scoreboard.
Bringing it each and every snap now, and you can tell the confidence has really risen with his unit. I think the halftime had to have done them some good. What they learned, what they gleaned, looking at those tablets, the pictures, and now they're really in sync.
Yeah, whatever they learned and gleaned, nice word, by the way. It's working right now.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried. Pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Minshew sets to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And he's probably wondering, how do I get that mojo back from the first half that he seems to have lost a little bit here in the 3rd quarter?
And every guy has his whisperer on the team. You know, that one guy who can say things to him that other people can't. Right now, he's looking for that guy to go, hey, we're good. We're good. 1 interception. Just get it back. Get back to being who you are. And this team will be okay.
Yeah, because they led at halftime, trailing now. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Derrick Henry.
And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
The 30-yard line.
On 1st down, Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Eric Wilson made the
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Tannehill down to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He gets it to Humphries. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. This is Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Thompson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Josh Lambeau, the kick.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
26-yard line.
Back to throw, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
For a Tennessee Titan.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again is Tannehill. Complete, it's Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
So I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Adam Gotsis in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Tannehill. And it is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the run, it's Fournette. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Titans' 37-yard line.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Jacksonville.
Minshew with a give to Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
17-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jaguars.
They'll run with Fournette. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
On the carry.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On second down, here's Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Josh Lambeau to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. That catch good for only a couple. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. It's caught. Humphreys. That one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route. With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception? Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
And that'll cut the lead down to 22. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Jaguar first down.
Now Fournette. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they will take a knee here.
Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.